Gross domestic product, or GDP, measures the value of all goods and services in an economy, essentially the size of an economy. The U.S. GDP in the first 3 months of this year shrank by 0.5 percentage point. That's significant considering the prior months the U.S. economy was actually growing by north of 2%. Well, we just got the GDP report for the second quarter of this year, and it showed that the economy has rebounded from that decrease, which was attributed to a sharp increase in imports. Now, that is something that economists blame on companies attempting to get ahead of tariffs by importing. But imports actually count against the GDP calculation, and thus the U.S. economy actually shrank in the first quarter of this year due to tariffs. The broad definition of a recession is actually a couple straight quarters of GDP decline. However, for the government to officially make that declaration, there are a few other factors that are taken into consideration. But in the second quarter, the economy grew by 3%. And the Bureau of Economic Analysis, in releasing this report, says it can be attributed to a couple things. Consumer spending that has accelerated, and the second thing being that imports have actually decreased. A couple other noteworthy pieces of information from this GDP report are that 1, investment, and 2, exports were both down, and investment more so, because companies, when you think about it, they have long-term planning they have to do in terms of how they're going to invest their capital. But when you have tariff policy consistently changing, it's very difficult to do that. You can't plan a year in advance, let alone 5-10 years in advance. So that's something to pay attention to as well. Reporting in Toledo, Ohio, I'm Jaden Jefferson.